Okay, hi everyone. In this video, we will see how to use classes and objects. Okay, how to use classes and objects. Whenever you create a program with classes, let me give you an overview. Whenever you create a program, any program with classes, it will have three regions. It will have three regions or areas. Your code will be divided into three regions. The topmost region will be class, then function, function 1, function 2, function 3. Then there will be different functions, and then there will be main. Okay, so this is your part 1, this is your part 2, and this is your part 3. Okay, so this is how your code will be divided into three regions. This part where you create a class, this is where you create a class. This is called class specification. Class specification. These are called defining functions. This part is called defining functions, or you can say member functions, and this part is called main. Here you will be creating objects. Create object. Okay, so this is your complete code. First part will be class, then there will be some functions, and then there will be main function. Okay, main function will come at the last. This part is called class specification, where you are writing the where you are writing the code for class. This is called defining member functions, where you are writing the code for function. This is called creating objects, where you are creating objects. Okay, so first we will see how to create class. In this video we will only see how to create class and how to create objects. Okay, this part we will see later. So how to create class and how to create objects, right? So objects will be created in main and class will be created at the first. Okay, so first step will be you are creating class. Always remember, your first step will be creating class, and then next step will be creating object. Okay, so whatever I am telling you in this video, it will not be a complete code. I am not writing this function code. I am only writing the code for class and code for object. Okay, so remember this. Next is how to create a class. How to create a class. Okay, this is also called class specification. Okay, so what is a class? I have already told you class is a collection of function and variables. Why we are creating class? I have already told you, because class is based on real world object. Now let us see how to write a class. Okay, how to create a class. So whenever you are creating class, before creating a class you should know these things. How many variables are there? How many variables are there? What will be their type and what will be their name? You should know this before creating a class. Second, how many functions are there? Okay, and how many parameters those functions should have? Parameters and return type. Okay, these two things you should always know before creating a class. Okay, for example, I am saying that I want to create and third thing, you should also know the name of your class. Name of class. Okay, so these will be given in your question. Whenever you are being asked to create a class, you will be told how many function variables are there. How you will be only told how many variables are there. Some functions you will have to decide by yourself which functions you should use, and name of the class also will be given to you. Okay, so for example, I am giving you a question: create a class called, the name of the class will be my class. This will be the name of class, and I am telling you that there are two variables, both are int. Okay, and then I am telling you that there are three functions: set function, get function, and add function. Okay, so this will be always decided by you. What will be decided by you? What should be the name of variables, how many type of variables, what function should we use, what should be the name of functions, what should these function do. This is always decided by the as per your requirement. So I am, so in this question, suppose this is your question. In this question, there I'm telling you that name of the class will be my class. There will be two variables and there will be three functions. And the name, these functions will have specific tasks. For example, set function will assign value to variables. Get function will print values, and add function will add values. Okay, so each function will have some specific task. Okay, and these variables functions are always used by using bracket. Whenever you see any bracket, you can think that it is a function. Second thing, uh, okay, so why are we using these functions? Because we have to work on this variable. Suppose you have two variables, a and b. Okay, if I want to assign values to these variables, suppose I want to assign values to these variables, what I can do, I want to assign 0 0, I can do a equals to 0, b equals to 0. Okay, but you will not do this. When you are using classes, you will not do this. You will use the function set to assign value. You will use it like this, set 0 comma 0. Okay, I am just giving you an example. I will tell you the complete code later. Okay, how to do this, just take it as an example that whatever you are doing with these functions and what is happening when you are doing this function, when you are using these functions. Okay, so when you write set 0 comma 0, what will happen, the value of this variable will become 0 and the value of this variable will become 0. How it will become 0? You will write that code, you will have to write that code. And why we are using this function to assign value? Because this is how classes work. In classes you will always use functions, you will always use functions to perform some tasks. Okay, so when you have to assign these values, you will not assign a equals to 0, b equals to 0, you will use this function. Suppose you have to print the values of these variables a and b. Okay, so you will not print like this, cout a. I hope you know that how to print in C++. Okay, so you will not print like this, you will use this function, get function, to print. Get function, you will use this get function and it will print the values of a and b. Suppose you want to add these two variables, so you can add without classes. How you were adding earlier, you will simply write cout a plus b, right? But now you will not use this, you will use the add function to add these two. Okay, so this is how you will create your class. This is what is, I'm just, so now you have understood what is a class. Okay, a class with some variables and some functions. These functions will do some tasks on these variables. Just understand this, that in a class these functions will perform some task on these variables. For example, set function, there will, I will always use a set function. Okay, this will be your most basic code in class. This is the most basic code in class and it will always have these three functions, set, get and add. Set function will assign value, get function will print value, add function will add values of these two variables. You can write the name of function anything you want. Okay, so this is so I hope you get the basic idea about a class. A class will have two variables, it will have some functions and these functions will perform some task on these variables. Okay, set function, I will always use set function to assign, I will always use get function to print and add function to add. The name of this function can be anything. For example, you can write assign or you can write assign value, set value, you can write get value, you can write print value, you can write display value. The name of function can be anything. For adding, you can write sum, you can write add. Okay, so I hope you understand what is a class and what will we do in a class. Now let us see how to create a class. So this is your code for creating a class. This is your example one. I am saying class, you will write class and then class name. Okay, you will write class then class name, after that you will write private. Always remember this, you will write private and then int a comma b. Okay, so my question was create a class with, so what is my question? My question is create a class with the name my class. There will be two variables of type int and there will be three functions set, get and add. Okay, so this is my question and I am writing the answer of this question. So I am creating a class with my class. The name of the class is my class. You will always have to write class word. This will be small c, class and then my class. After that you will write private. Now I will explain it later why we are using this word private and public. After that you will write public. Okay, so here you have written two variables. Now you will write three functions. So your first function will be void set int x int y, void get and void add. So this is your class. This is how you will create a class. The name of the class is my class. There are two variables a and b. There are three functions set, get and add. Okay, now what you have to keep in mind is how many variables are there. The first thing that you have to keep in mind when creating a class, what is the name of class? Second, how many variables are there? Suppose if I am telling you to create a class with 5 variables, you will write 5 variables here. Okay, next is set function. This set function will have some parameters, and inside parameters means whatever you write inside this bracket. So it means there are two parameters, int x and int y. Inside this function there will be no parameter, and inside add function there will be no parameter. Always remember, inside set function you will have parameter and the number of parameters will be equal to the number of variables. There are two variables, so there are two parameters. If there are 5 variables, then there will be 5 parameters. Okay, next thing is you have to keep in mind what is the class name, how many variables, how many functions and number of parameters. Okay, number of parameters and how many functions. The name of these functions can also change, and this is the return type. For now you can just assume that we are using void return type. You can have int return type, you can add char return type or any other return type. Okay, for now you can assume you are using void return type and this is the name of function. Okay, set function will, what will set function do? Set function will always assign value, get function will print value, add function will add value. Now let us take another example of a class. Suppose my question is create a class student. Okay, you have to create a class. The name of the class will be student. There will be three variables, roll number, marks 1, marks 2, and there will be three functions. This will be your question. Okay, name of the class is student. There are three variables, roll number, marks 1, marks 2, and there are three functions, set function to assign value, get function to print value, and add function to add value. Now please do this. You can pause the video and do this. Okay, and then I will tell you how to write the create. Your question is you have to create a class for this one. Okay, please pause your video now. Okay, so now let me tell you how to create. What you will do, you will write class and then student. Okay, you will write class, then class name, and then you will write private. Always write private. Okay, whatever class you are creating, always write private. Then int roll number, marks 1, marks 2. There are three variables, and then you will write public, and then you will write void. This is your first function is set. Okay, inside this there will be three parameters. In the last example there were only two parameters, int x, int y. Inside this there will be three parameters because there are three variables. Okay, so I am writing int x, int y, int z. Okay, next you will write void get. There will be no parameters inside get, and then you will write void add. and that's it. This is your class. Okay, so add function will add these marks 1 and marks 2. Okay, add function will not add roll number, only marks will be added. Okay, so this is how you create a class. Next, I hope you have understood how to create a class. So now let me again tell you that your complete code will be divided into 3 regions. Okay, this is your first part. I've told you how to create a class. This I will tell you in next video. And now let us see how to use the main part. You will create objects here. Okay, you have created class here. Now you will see how to create objects. Okay, and it will be inside the main. This part I will tell you in next class, next video. Okay, now your second object is how to use objects. Okay, how to use objects. So whenever you are using any object, there will be 4 steps. Very important, very important, how to use object. This is the most important part. Okay, you should learn this, you should at least remember this, how to use object. These 4 steps that I am going to tell you, you should always know this step. Okay, so the first step is create objects. Okay, first step is create objects. How many objects should you create? As many as you want, as per your requirement. For example, I am creating 2 objects. You can create 3 objects, you can create 4 objects. There are no restrictions. You can create 1 object. Okay, second thing, your object will not depend on your variable. Suppose if there are 2 variables in your class, it doesn't mean that you have to create 2 objects. Okay, I hope you understand. In this class there are 3 variables, roll number, marks 1, marks 2. That doesn't mean that you have to create 3 objects. Okay, they are independent of each other. You can have as many variables as you want, and you can have as many objects as you want. It will not depend on variables. Okay, so second will be your assign values. Second step will be assign values. Third step will be print value. Fourth step will be add value. Okay, so please remember these 4 steps. Okay, every example, every question that I give you, it will have these 4 steps in one form or another. Okay, so it is very important that you remember these 4 steps. And now I am telling you how to implement these steps. So please understand these steps very carefully, and then you can implement, and then you can see how to use this. Okay, so I have told you how to create a class. Now let us see how to use objects. So in the previous okay, so I have told you how to create I have given you example of 2 classes, right? The first class was my class and second class was student. In the my class there were 2 variables, a and b, and there were 3 functions, set, get and add. Set function, what will set function do? It will assign values to a and b. What will get function do? It will print values of a and b. What will add function do? It will add values of a and b, right? Similarly, in the student class there were 3 variables, roll number, marks 1, marks 2. What will this set function do? It will assign value to roll number, marks 1, marks 2. What will get function do? It will print marks of roll number, marks 1, marks 2. What will add do? It will add marks 1 and marks 2, right? So this is how you have created class. Now if I want to use this class, I have to create an object. Okay, so now I have told you there are 4 steps. The first step is create object. So let us see the first step. I am taking the my class. I am creating objects for this class, my class. I am creating objects for this class. Okay, so the first step is create object. How will you create object? You will write class name, my class, and then object name, object 1, object2. So what I am doing is I am creating two objects here. Suppose if I have to create an object of student class, then I will write student object1 object2. So this will be your class name and these will be the name of your objects, object name. Okay, how many objects should we create? You can create as many as you want. It is not necessary to create two objects. This is for just an example. I am creating two objects. You can create only one object, you can create three objects. Okay, now what happens? So this is the first step. Okay, so this is very important. I am telling you, these four steps are very important. Please remember them. The first step is I am creating objects. Now what happens when you create an object? You can just imagine that there will be two blocks will be created. There will be two blocks, object1 and object2. Okay, now inside these blocks you have to fill. What you have to fill? You have to fill with all the members of class. This is your class, my class. So you will have to fill how many members are there in my class. In my class you will have a, you have b, you have set function, you have get function, you have add function, right? This is how you are creating an object. Similarly in this object also you have to fill a, b, set, get, add. Now these two objects will always be same. Always remember that these two objects will always be same. Their values will be different, but they have same variables. Suppose we have a and b here, then it will also have a and b. It can't have x or y. It can't have a, b, c. It will always have a and b. All the objects will have a and b. Suppose if I am creating 10 objects, then each object, then there will be 10 blocks like this. Okay, and these blocks will have same values and functions, same variables and functions. All, please remember, all object will have same variables and functions. Okay, if you are using a and b here, this object will also have a and b, this object will also have a and b. Why? Because object is a copy of class. Okay, this object is a copy of class. Inside the class you have written a, you have written b, you have written set, get, add. Okay, inside this my class. So all the objects will be same. Okay, and the values can be different. For example, in this object the values will always be different. Functions will be same, but the values will be different. For example, in this object the value of a can be 0 0. In this example the value of a and b can be 5 10. The value of a and b can be 10 20. Okay, so the values can be different, but objects will always have same structure, same variables and functions. Okay, second thing is, these, when you create object, these will be blank. Okay, these are blank, there is nothing stored here. Okay, so now you have to fill these objects. Second step will be assign values. Assign values means you have to fill these objects. So this is very important. I am again telling you, please remember these steps. Second step is assign value. What we are doing, we are assigning value. We have to assign value to this a and b. We have to assign value to this a and b. And please remember that when I am assigning value to this object, it will not change in this object. Okay, when I am assigning value to this object, it will not change in this object. These two are independent, and nothing will change in the class. If I am if I am assigning value to a and b, the class will not change. The class is just a blueprint. Okay, everything will happen in objects, nothing will happen in class. For example, the second step is assign value. How will I assign value to this a and b, object a and b? I will write object1 dot set, and I will write 0 comma 5. Okay, so this is how you will always remember. You will write object name, then you will write function name, and then you will write values. This is your object name, this is your function name, and this is your values. Okay, now what will happen? I have used this set function to assign values. Okay, so 0 and 5 will be assigned here. 0 will be assigned here, 5 will be assigned here. Okay, let me write it again. What I will do, This is your second step. So let me create these objects again. This is your object 1, this is your object 2. Okay, object 1, object 2, a, b, set, get, add. These are functions: set, get, add, and this object has a, b, set, get, add. Okay, so now the first step was create objects. I have created both the objects. Now I am coming to second step. Second step is assign value. Assign value to whom? Assign value to these variables. Okay, so if I write object 1 dot set 0 comma 5, where is object 1? This is object 1. Okay, and then I'm calling the set function, and then I'm using 0 and 5, so this will be 0 and this will become 5. Okay, so I am assigning values to variables of object 1 using set function. Okay, please note that nothing will happen here. The values will not change here because I am using object 1. Here I have written object 1. So object 1 will be, the values will be assigned to object 1. How will you assign the values to object 2? You will have to write object 2 dot set and then again function name. Okay, that I will do in next step. So your second step is assign value. I am only assigning value to one object. Okay, then I will show you how to assign value to second object. And at a one time you can only assign values to one object. You cannot write object 1 dot object 2 dot set. You cannot write like this. Or you cannot write object 1 dot set 0550520. You cannot assign more than one value. Okay, you can only assign values to one object at a time. So I have assigned values to this object 0 and 5. This is what I have done. Third step is print values. Third step is print value. So how will you print value? You will write object 1 dot get. Now what will happen? Suppose this is your object 1 and this is your function set get add. Object 1 has values 0 and 5, and this is your object 2. Your object 2 is blank. I have not assigned any value to this object 2. Okay, now I am want to, third step is, please remember, very important, third step, I want to print the values. What will I do? I will write object 1 dot get. Okay, so it will print the values 0 and 5. Why it will print 0 and 5? Because I am using this object name object 1. I am writing object 1 is this, and I am writing the function name get. So get will print the value of this object. Okay, 0 and 5. Next step is add values. Okay, very important step, please remember, add value. Suppose, so how will I add value? Again same, you will write object name, same pattern you will follow, object name dot and then function name and then parameter. Now what will happen? Again let me create object 1, roll number a equals to 0, b equals to 5, set get add, and this is your object 2. A object 2 is blank, a, b, set get add. This is object 1, this is object 2. Okay, now I am using this add function to add values. What values? Values of object 1. I have written object 1 here, so the values of object 1 will be added. 0 plus 5, the output will be 5. Okay, so these are the 4 steps. What are the 4 steps? Let me write again. The first step is create object, my class, object 1, object 2. Second step is assign values, object 1 dot set 0 comma 5. Third step is print values, object 1 dot get, and final step is add values, object 1 dot add. So these are the 4 steps that I have done so far. I hope you all have understood this. Okay, this is how you will use objects. What I am telling you is how to use objects. First step is create object, second step is assign value, third step is print value, fourth step is add values. Okay, and this I have done only for object 1. Now I will have to do for object 2. Let's come back. See, here you can see that when I am creating this object 1, when I am creating this object 2, both are blank. Now I am assigning value. Second step is assign value. I am assigning value object 1 dot set. Value will be assigned to this object. This object is still empty. Okay. Then I am doing object 1 dot get. This will be printed. This is still empty. Then I am doing object 1 dot add. This will be added. This is still empty. Now I have to write code for object 2. Okay. So again same 4 steps will follow. First step is create object. But we have already created the object, no? We have already created the object 2. Object 2. I have already created it. So I do not have to create it again. Second step is assign values. So for assigning values, I will write object 2 dot set and I will assign new values, suppose 10, 20. Okay, here I have written object 1 dot set. This is my complete code. Okay, and this will be the order of code. This code will be written in this order, and this is my complete code. Okay, so first I am creating objects, then I am assigning values to object 1, print values of object 1, add values of object 1. Now object 2 is already created. I am assigning values to object 2. Okay, so suppose you can write your here, you can always in your notebook, you can always visualize these two, object 1, object 2, like this. Okay, so object 1 was 0, 5, and object 2 I am assigning values 10 and 20, right? Object 2 dot set, I am assigning values. Next step is print value. Then I will have to print the values of object 2. I have already printed the values of object 1 earlier. Where? I have printed the values of object 1 here. Now I have to print the values of object 2 here. So I will write object 2. Always remember that you will have to write object 2 dot get. Then I have to add the values object 2 dot add. Okay, so this will be your complete code. Let me write it again. What I am telling you is your code is divided into 3 parts, right? Function, and then main. So class, you already know how to create a class. This is your part 1. Now I am telling you how to use objects, of a class, right? So the first step, what you have done, there are 4 steps. Now let me write the complete code again. This will be done in your main. Okay, so this is how you will write. This is how exactly you will write in your code. This is how you will write your code, not student. The name of class is my class, and then object 1, and then object 2. Okay, now why we are creating 2 objects? This is just for an example. This is not mandatory to create 2 objects. You can only create 1 object. This is just to show an example. We are creating 2 objects. You can create as many objects as you want. Okay, and why we are using objects? Because this is how it is done. Why we are putting the variables in, why we are assigning value, why we are printing, why we are adding. Just remember that this is just an example to show you how to use objects. Okay, you can do anything. You can multiply. It is not necessary to add. You can multiply, you can subtract, divide, you can do anything. Okay, so just for an example, I am showing you these 4 steps. The first step is how to create objects. Second step is how to print values, how to assign values, how to add values, how to assign values, print value, add value. Okay, so but just remember these steps. Just remember these steps, and you can do anything as per your requirement. Okay, now let me okay, so the first step is create object. Second step is assign value. Object 1 dot set 0, 5. Now which object I am assigning value to? I am assigning value to object 1. I am not assigning value to object 2. Third step is print values. Object 1 dot get. Okay, always remember that you have to do these 4 tasks. Always remember, you have to create object. first step. You have to assign values. Second step, you have to print values, and you have to add values. Next, this I have done for object 1. Now I have to perform these steps for object 2. Then I will write object 2 is already created. Okay, object 2 is already created. Now I have to assign value. I will assign suppose 10 comma 20. Next, print object, I will print, and next add, I will add. Okay, so this will be your main, this will be your code. This is how you will type your code. This will be the exact code that you will type inside main. Okay, this is will be your code. Object 1 dot set dot get dot add, object 2 dot set dot get dot add. Now what will be the output of this code? Okay, let us see line by line. When you run your program, it will start from here, then it will come here, then it will come here, then it will come here. Okay, so when you create object, there will be no output in this line. Always remember, when you create object, there is no action, there will be no output. When you create objects, only those blocks are created and those blocks are empty, there will be no output. When you assign values, again there will be no output. Okay, you are only assigning values to a and b, you are not printing those values, no output. When you are using get function, you want to print those values, so here output will be shown. What output will be shown? 0 5. Why 0 5? Because you are printing the values of object 1, that is 0 and 5. Okay, here you are printing the sum of these two values, 0 plus 5, so output will be there 5. Now you are assigning values to object 2, there will be no output. Always remember, output will be shown only when you are printing or only when you are adding, in these two steps. When you are creating object, there will be no output. When you are assigning values, there will be no output. So again, you are assigning values to object 2, there will be no output. You are printing values, so output will be 10 comma 20, and you are adding, so output will be 30. Okay, so the output will be 0 5 5 10 20 30. Okay, this will be your output. Okay, again I am telling you, this is not your complete code, so please do not try this, because you have to write functions also. So I am assuming that output is this, I am assuming that this output will be shown when you have written the complete code. Okay, so this will be your output, 0 5 5 10 20 30. And these 4 steps you should always remember. In each and every question you will be doing these 4 steps in a different way. Okay, now let us take the example of second class. Your second class was student class. Okay, there were 3 variables, roll number, marks 1 and marks 2, and there were 3 functions, set, get, add. Okay, now let us see how to use objects for this class. How to use objects for this class. Let us see how to use objects. So for using object, you will write int main, and then first step will be creating object. How will you create object? You will write class name student, and then you will write object name. Suppose I am creating again 2 objects. Okay, now what will happen? Your object 1 and object 2 will be created. This is your object 1, this is your object 2. It will have roll number m1 and m2. Okay, now why these objects have roll number m1 m2, why not a and b? Because you are creating objects of this class. Okay, and in this class you have roll number, marks 1, marks 2. So objects will be copied from the class. These objects will be copied from that class, student class or my class. Okay, and nothing will happen in class. If you are writing 0 0 0 here, the class will not change, class will remain as it is. It is just a blueprint. The values will change in the object, the values will never change in the class, always remember. Okay, and next is So this is your first step, creating objects. What is your second step? Assigning values. Okay, now I want to assign values to this object. What I will do, object1 dot set. Now roll number is 1, so I will write 1. Marks 1 is suppose 20 and marks 2 is 30. Okay, now in this set function you will have to write 3 values, 1 2 3. Okay, earlier set function has only 2 values. Why? Because there were only 2 variables, a and b. Here there are 3 variables, roll number, marks 1 and marks 2, so you will have to write 3 values. So this is your second step, assign value. Next step is object1 dot get. What this will do, this will print 1 20 and 30. Third step is print values, and then next step is add values. What will this step do? It will add these 20 plus 30 and it will print the values. Okay, so these 4 steps you have to remember. First step is creating objects, second step is assigning value, third step is printing values, fourth step is adding values. Now when I am assigning values, this will be 1, this will be 20, this will be 30. Okay, now let us see object 2. Same for object 2 dot set. Okay, here we have written object 1, object 1, object 2. Now you will write object 2. Object 2 dot set. Suppose roll number is 2 and marks are 50, 60. Then next step is print values. Object 2 dot get. You will always print using get. The next step is object 2 dot add. Okay, so this is how you will be writing you will be using objects. You will be using objects. Your class will be different, but steps will be same. Okay, earlier the class was my class, my class, object 1, object 2, and there were only 2 values and we were adding these 2 values. In this example there are the class is different. Okay, the class is different, there are 3 variables, but we are performing the same 4 steps. We are assigning values, then we are printing values, then we are adding values. Again same thing I am doing for object 2, assign values, print values, add values. Okay, so this is how you will do this. Okay, so now let me finish this video with a question. This is a question for you and you will do it yourself. First you have to create a class with 4 variables. Okay, the name of the class will be my class. Create a class my class with 4 variables. There will be 3 functions, set, get and add. Okay, so this is your first question. Second question is you have to use the objects of these class. Use object of this class. Okay, this my class, you have to use the object of this class. You have to create 2 objects. Create 2 objects and perform 4 steps. What 4 steps? Assign value, print value, get value, add value, and so on. Okay, create object, assign, print and add. Okay, so this is your question. Please try this question, and in next video we will see how to define the functions. Okay, so I hope you have understood how to create class. In this video what you have understood how to create a class and you have understood how to use objects. Okay, so that's it.